You might remember this viral video from a few years ago of a 4-year-old snowboarder looking like a seasoned expert on the slopes of Palisades, Tahoe. His snowboarding name, Leland The Falcon. Thanks for joining us tonight for Fox 40 News at 10. I'm Eric Harriman.
And I'm Riley Carroll. Nikki Lorenzo is on assignment now at 7 years old. This guy is flying off jumps and winning gold medals. In a special report tonight, Fox 40's Dennis Shanahan catches up with Leland the Falcon.
On a winter weekday at Palisades, Tahoe, among the many enthusiastic skiers and snowboarders getting on the gondola, or the Funatel as they call it, there's a good chance you'll run into Chuck Vogt and his 7-year-old son Leland.
Ready to shred?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Chuck and his wife are longtime snowboarders, and he's the founder of local skateboard company Tahoe Longboards.
I drove into this valley with a beat-up Subaru, a stack of snowboards, and a box of power bars. And I had $500 in my wallet, and I was the happiest guy ever. And same with my wife. She was born and raised here.
So you might say boarding is in the blood, but they never imagined how early and naturally their son would follow in their footsteps. Before he was even 2 years old, Leland was riding a skateboard in the summer, and a few months after that, happily and confidently snowboarding with mom and dad.
He was like completely balanced and just went straight down the hill. And I was just like, no way, that's so insane. Like, literally, we were so excited.
At 4 years old, with a catchy nickname, Leland the Falcon, and a growing Instagram following, this video of Leland shredding the mountain was picked up and shared by news outlets nationwide. And this is Leland today. He's now entering and winning competitions in his age group.
I know I won a bunch of gold medals.
First place, Leland the Falcon. Yeah, Leland!
Leland is keeping up with his studies through homeschool, but his passion is on the powder.
I want to be a pro snowboarder when I grow up.
The excitement a kid feels the night before a trip to Disneyland, that's Leland any night of the winter.
I felt like I couldn't go to sleep because I just wanted to snowboard.
Nobody is pressuring him to do this.
Being a dad in any sport and the coach, you know, you don't want to push your kids so hard that they hate the sport, which I've seen it happen with other parents. Any competition he doesn't want to do, I'm going to be proud of him either way, you know. But once he commits, then I'm the coach. You know, I'm like, all right, you want to do this. This is what you got to do.
You ever make your dad nervous?
Sometimes.
And that's a number one reason he wears this bright orange, this fire orange outfit, is because you could see him anywhere.
You can see him, but good luck keeping up with Leland the Falcon. I followed him and his dad down the mountain on my snowboard and received some professional advice afterward. How can I get better?
Like maybe just having confidence.
I need more confidence. I'm going to watch more of his videos and get more confidence. Everything I know I learned from Leland the Falcon. Experts on the mountain are taking notice of Leland's talent.
I've seen it in Shaun White, saw it in the way that Chloe Kim was brought up.
Chris Ernst, better known as Uncle E, has been a pro skier and an announcer for the X Games and Olympics. He says he's only seen this level of talent and focus at such a young age a few times before.
It's rare. I've watched hundreds, if not thousands, of people come up through the ranks and announce a lot of them, and this is something special that we're seeing.
There's something else very special going on here. This is not just the story of a talented kid. This is about the connection between a father and son and their priceless time together. You see it in their faces when the helmets and goggles come off.
Thanks. That feels really good.
Let's take a body.
No. You know, I mean, life is so short. If you can just share, you know, a few years with your child and be in that same just rhythm, you know, with them, it's so awesome. I'm going to try to keep snowboarding into my 70s, you know, hopefully. And if he keeps at it or something, you know, maybe he'll be on the podium on something bigger and give me a shout out and give mom a shout out, and that'd be cool.
At Palisades, Tahoe, covering local news that matters.
It's a gift to be given, this lifestyle.
Dennis Shanahan, Fox 40 News.
so amazing to see that little boy. In my mind, I go back to a couple years ago when Dennis first introduced us to him.
Yeah.
You know, when he was 4 years old and started snowboarding at 17 months old. And, you know, it's just that perfect amount of drive that he has in himself and the perfect amount of push that he's getting from his parents. It's just beautiful to see what's coming out of that and the relationship between he and his dad too, not just the snowboarding in terms of what the grand result is.
That perfect combination of nature and nurture there. I mean, obviously he's got some natural talent there, and then with those parents.
Well, and you remember Chloe Kim at the last Olympics, right?
Yes.
You remember, you know, when they run the backstories of the, and so watching that story reminded me so much of the backstory with Chloe Kim's parents and family and friends and how she was brought up and how they were very careful not to push too hard. And look what happened to her.
Yeah.
So if your story, if Leland's story is like 50% of what Chloe Kim's is, because look where she ended up, man.
Yeah.
Such a success story.
He's on a good track at just 7 years old.
Yeah.
Well, Leland already has several big name sponsors, and those include Akova Gear, Pit Viper sunglasses, Burn helmets, Wigwam socks, and Truckee Boardhouse.